Welcome back to Living Local. If you're looking to serve up a creative concept at your next event, you may want to consider hosting an appetizer-only spread instead of the traditional sit-down dinner. Offering delicious finger foods can be a great way for guests to sample a wide variety of flavorful, bite-sized dishes in one meal. We're learning more in today's Community Plate with Chef Stu. Always great to have you in studio.
Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. So what are the different roles that appetizers can play at an event?
Well, it's fun. A lot of times people just think appetizers are what you serve maybe with a cocktail hour before dinner or something like that. But actually there's so many useful places where you can put that in there. You can have appetizers that are part of the dinner itself, where you have a carving station, or you have a station where somebody can walk up and just fix their own like fajitas or something fun like that, or we can make sliders. There's a lot of fun stuff we can do. You can also actually do appetizers later in the night. You can have dinner and bring them back out later for somebody to have a little snack with their drinks later in the night.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I've seen that happen at a lot of wedding events. You know, as I'm planning my own wedding, Chef Stu, I've noticed that that is an option that they have. A lot of locations and venues. It's like, do you want a sit-down dinner or do you want to do an appetizer-only dinner? Why do you think it's becoming more of a trend?
I just think it's a lot of fun. Plus, it gives somebody a chance to kind of get over the partying a little bit,
right.
You know, and so they're a little carb heavy, you know. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, it's really fun to have something to look forward to after dinner.
Definitely, and you brought in some examples today. Can you walk us through?
Sure. So there's all kinds of different ways we can do this. This would be an example of one of our meatballs, and we use a Moroccan lamb with yogurt sauce, and you know, that can be served hot, or you can put it on a skewer and pass them. You can do things like that. But it's really handy, and you know, there's just no limit to how many different kinds of meatballs you can make, and it's really a lot of fun.
Definitely.
And then these two look very similar. This would be an example of like a display where somebody could come up and help themselves, maybe at the bar or maybe next to the gift table, you know, little snacks and things like that. People could help themselves. Or this is a plated version of that. So it's kind of like a charcuterie board. But we can actually bring those out to the table. They can be for the whole table or individual. It's really a lot of fun you can have depending on how you want to present it and how it works into your evening.
Okay, so let's say I decide I want to have an appetizers-only meal for my event. How many appetizers should I plan on having at that event?
So what you want to do is you want to think about your guests. You want to think how long are they going to be there, how much are they going to drink, are they going to be dancing, things like that. And what we like to say is you spread that out as much as you can across the room and across the time. So we can put out a station that's maybe a large crackers and cheese and all that kind of stuff where people walk in the door so they have something to nibble on. And then later as you go, you add in some other things. Or you can just have a grand salon of everybody making fun things all the way around, like little sliders and pasta stations and things like that.
So many options. And I see you also have a dessert tray over here.
Yeah.
So how can sweet things be incorporated into appetizers-only meals?
Well, it's crazy. Most people don't think of the sweet things, but if you make them small enough, you can actually try a bunch of different things. And especially with that whole rolling through the evening kind of thing, or the whole event, instead of having like a large table with all kinds of things on it, or a cake delivered to the table or something like that, you can have little plates of little desserts people can try all day long. I do have a little chef tip for everyone.
Okay.
Okay, this is a chef thing. If you eat your dessert first, it actually counts as a salad.
I like that rule. I'm all about it. And I have the major sweet tooth. And one thing I love is being able to try lots of different things. And that's one thing I really appreciate about an appetizer-only meal option is that I get to try so many different things in one single meal. And I understand you're working on something over there. What are you making?
So this is something we are going to do as one of our nighttime events. We can do it at any time. But it's one of the event. I'm going to close it just for one hot second.
Needs to cook a little bit
just
longer.
A little bit longer, yeah. But this is a macaroni and cheese waffle. And what that means is we can put some fun stuff on top of it. It's got a little carb to it, but it's still nice. It's kind of like a super grilled cheese, if you will.
Yeah, okay, so you literally just like put the grilled or the macaroni and cheese in the waffle griddle and it just like takes that form then.
That's right. We add a little bit of egg and a little bit of breadcrumbs to kind of help hold it together.
I was wondering,
and
like there has to be something else in there.
Right, and hopefully I didn't add too much cheese to this one because we also add some extra cheese to that. And I just remembered how I do this. And we did this for leftovers from your holiday party with stuffing.
Oh, wow.
Dressing, yeah, and that was a lot of fun. But it's best if you tilt this just a little bit, and it will come out. I'm going to show how this pops right out just like it's supposed to on TV.
There you go.
There we go.
What a
And
fun option.
our waffles, but the most important part is you put the bacon on.
Oh, you always got to
You got to have the bacon,
with the bacon.
right? And some green onions, and of course some more cheese. And if you've got the cheese, you might as well do some sour cream.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome.
Wouldn't that be a nice little snack at the end of the night?
100%. Yes, it for sure would. You know, chefs do with so many different options when it comes to appetizers. When folks are hosting a party, how are they supposed to decide which ones they want to have?
Sure. Again, we want to think about the guest and what their expectations or what their needs are. Our big goal is to help guests succeed. So it's your event you're hosting, you want to help them succeed. And so smaller food may be better throughout the night, or maybe just a grand buffet and everybody gets to hit that and then sit down for a presentation or the toast at a wedding or something like that.
Fantastic. Well, Chef Stu, thank you so much for being here and for all the appetizer inspiration.
Thank you.
If you would like some more information, you can email chefstu@figgy.catering@gmail.com. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.